The sights of Southeast and the rest of Alaska each year attract hundreds of thousands of visitors. The resulting tourism industry produces income and jobs. The fact is that every state and many foreign countries are also vying to attract tourists and the resulting boost to the local economy. In Alaska, many individuals and companies are working hard to promote various Alaska destinations. And there seems to be one man running a little faster than most to sell Alaska attractions.
Catching up with Don Dickey is not an easy assignment. Dickey travels a lot, meeting a schedule here or catching a plane there, but then that's not unusual for someone who promotes Alaskan travel. Dickey knows the kind of people who travel because he's long worked in tourist-related activities, like spending 33 years as a Chamber of Commerce executive in California and Fairbanks, 22 of those as chief of Alaska's State Chamber of Commerce. He's even survived 4 political administrations as chairman of the Governor's Tourism Advisory Board.
That proves seriously that it's kind of nonpartisan. It's good for all faiths and all parties, and it's the kind of thing that that is not always appreciated, but it's a job stimulator and an economic stimulant to the state, not just the fun of visiting and vacationing.
But promoting visiting and vacationing forms the largest part of tourism's media budget. So how does Dickey think promoting Alaska should be done?
I think one of the things is that you have to say it, repeat it, and repeat it again by many modes. And one of the things we were able to do because of funding, and that's to go not only into major magazines as we have, the National Geographic, Sunsets, Smithsonian, whatever, a ream of those, but to go into national television in the last 3 years, and we're into major special Sunday sections of newspapers across the country, from Florida to Los Angeles to New York, and all of those things put together, in addition to the trade shows we're involved in and going out telling Alaska's story. I think all of those are creating an awareness of and a desire to visit our state. This industry has been one that almost every year since statehood has grown at a 7 to 10% average rate of growth, sometimes up to more than that, 12 to 15%. So it's been a real producer of jobs and economic stimulant.
Dickey recognizes the conflict of promoting tourism while protecting Alaska's environment.
One of the attractions of Alaska is its uniqueness is people expect the outdoors. They don't want to be crowded or hurried. It's a different kind of a vacation. They're trying to get away from the rat race, no matter how nicely you phrase that. They're trying to get away from it and rediscover maybe themselves. And I think we have to keep a fine balance, that the crowd who comes does not kill that glow, that uniqueness which we all enjoy.
While Dickey isn't sure how to strike that delicate balance between people and ecology, he has an idea.
We're going to have to develop, and they are developing by themselves, new attractions. In other words, so people don't just go back to the same. Glacier Bay, we know, is extremely popular, the national parks. Misty Fjords has come on now, so here's another string on our bow to attract people, a different area down by Ketchikan. Everybody, I don't say bottlenecks, but all kind of comes to the center in Denali National Park to see Mount McKinley and the wildlife there. And I in no way suggest we discourage that. But I think the way you break that path, that heavy beaten path in one area, is to develop other attractions, and the state's doing that. Different things, be it in a Kodiak or a Kenai or up in the Arctic, a Nome or a Kotzebue or Barrow, wherever.
The Division of Tourism operates offices in Germany and Japan. Dickey's excited about an increased effort to attract overseas visitors.
For a number of years, we've known 1.5 million people transit through the Anchorage International Airport. But we also know that a very small amount of those really stop, stay, and spend in our state.
Southeast is becoming more aware of tourism. Dickey says that's obvious by a new Southeast Tourism Council for promoting the area's smaller communities. There are hotel expansions in Juneau and Ketchikan and several new tour ships visiting the region. Figures and details aside, here's what Dickey really likes about his work.
I think the people. Always that the people that come in contact with are doers, are goers, are people who are not concerned as much about the hurdles that they're going to face, but how they're going to get over them. They're positive thinkers for the most part in the visitor industry. They're innovative people. They have to be to compete. And also the uniqueness is that although they all compete savagely and very close, it's a very tight-knit fraternity inside, that they all have respect for the other person, that they want to see them succeed. And so I guess it's working with the people, which is usually the key to most success stories.